Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Video Game Choo Choo Podcast, episode 423. I'm John. I'm hosting. I'm here. Game of the Year is done being argued. We are moving on to the rest of the time here, folks. We're back. We're going for it. Video games are coming out. Lorelai, you're here. Hello.
I am here. I'm recovering still from the weekend.
It was a lot. A lot of it was late nights, it was lots of talking. It was stressful, but it's we're getting to the part where we just have to write a bunch of shit.
Yeah.
Which is still stressful, but it's a different kind of stressful, I suppose.
I mean, it's still fun because I get to spend a weekend bullshitting about games with friends. So it's like this weird combination of stressful, but also I just really enjoy the hell out of it.
Gotta take what we got,
Hell
what
yeah.
we're doing. All right. Let's see here. There's been a lot of news. That's the big thing. Gaming has occurred as well, but I guess we could just hop into news because there's a lot of stuff to talk about here.
Yeah, definitely.
Let's see here. Do we want to start off with the bummers, or what do we got here? Because there's some frustrating shit going on all over here.
Let's start with something positive, just to start the podcast off on a funner note.
Let's see here. So, okay. We got some updates to Granblue Fantasy Versus. The big ol' update that people have been waiting for. So, not only have they finally added rollback netcode to Granblue Fantasy Versus, which is like, yeah, finally, holy shit, it's been what, like 3 years? But it's getting a port to PS5, and the PS4 and Steam versions are also getting an upgrade called Rising, which will add new characters, mechanics, modes, and game elements. There will be crossplay, and also there is a little like mode in the in like the lobbies called Granblue Legends, where it's basically just Fall Guys. You're just little Granblue characters going around doing little mini games.
Kind of love it.
It's fucking insane that they put that in this game. Like, nobody asked for this. It's not like it's bad, really. I mean, of course, there's stuff that you can do that's cool. But also, it's just like, man, look, like there's just so much shit that you can do in this. It's nuts.
Yeah.
Granblue Fantasy Versus is an excellent game, and them adding rollback was exactly what the game needed.
Well, the one problem with it is Granblue Fantasy Versus is still going to have its original netcode. You have to get the upgrade to get the upgrade.
Yeah,
is the thing that is going to have rollback.
Yeah, but they are going to continue to add things.
Yeah.
So it's I'd say it's worth getting the upgrade no matter what.
It's more of a sequel than an upgrade almost.
Yeah, in a way. It's bizarre because like a lot of the trailers and everything are like calling it a new entry in the Granblue Fantasy Versus series. But it's an upgrade to the game, like it's not like they are, like removing characters, removing any, like it's just, they're just building upon the original game.
It's sort of Zerd Sign and then Zerd Rev 2 kind of, it's the way Zerd built out with Guilty Gear, kind of. They always do these like, hey, it's actually a sequel. It has a new whole story mode, new features, tons of new shit, but we're just calling it something like the same thing, and it's It's actually kind of annoying how they do that.
It's pretty bizarre. I don't know. I'm not going to complain though, because hey, it looks good.
I still don't know what the newest BlazBlue actually is. Like the way they name their games is extremely confusing.
I mean, I guess they wanna wait until there's like a big ol' upgrade for them to be like, this is Granblue Fantasy Versus 2. I don't know.
Yeah, it's funny.
Yeah, they're working with what they got, I suppose. I'm looking forward to it. I really like the original Granblue Versus, so
same.
More of that. Let's see. We could talk about games. What have you been playing? Have you been playing anything new?
I started Fire Emblem Engage, and I am engaged in a Fire Emblem game this time. It hasn't made me mad yet with its writing. It seems to have a solid writing, but the combat is something I am enjoying more than I have in a long time with the Fire Emblem stuff. I like Three Houses, but I think it was like way too easy. Like, I don't know if easy is the right word, but like its map design felt boring. This one just seems like really unique with a lot of really interesting stages so far. I'm only like 13 chapters in, which I don't know how far that is, and I hope nobody tells me, because I've been enjoying myself a lot. Like, strategically, it feels good.
That's good. Yeah, I mean, I've been hearing that it's a bit simpler, in the grand scheme of things. So what exactly is different between this and Three Houses, like, other than the map design?
It feels like the map design. I like the fact that in this one, after you finish a level, you can kind of just run around the map and talk to villagers and your party members and whatnot, and just it feels a little more unique in that way. Like there's more to look at and see, and I don't know, overall I'm just finding it a little more interesting as a game than Three Houses did. Like the classes that it starts you with are a little different. Like, I like the fact that my healer can just punch the shit out of things, and isn't like immediately dead if they get cornered. Class upgrades feel good. But I don't feel as much like I need to grind everything to hell and back. Like, it feels better balanced, but also more of a challenge than the last ones. Like, I've actually lost party members this time, which I didn't once in Three Houses until I put it on the hardest difficulty, and I'm playing on hard. I'm not gonna... I usually don't start a Fire Emblem game on, like, the merciless difficulty. Like, I'll always start it on hard, because I've been used to playing these games for a long time, and from the, like, actual me having to think department, I think this game nails it a lot better than previous games, than the last couple of games have.
Okay. How about the characters? How are you feeling about that? Because, again...
I like a lot of them. I also like the fact that there's, like, it doesn't feel like everything is just like, that I'm not worrying about trying to build the perfect child or whatever. Gotta throw them in the baby realm so they can grow old in 3 weeks or whatever. Just from the perspective of, like, individual character writing, I'm really liking a lot of them. It still has the Fire Emblem problem of a lot of them have one gimmick and they run that gimmick into the ground. a lot of times, where they just all of their supports focus on that one thing, which can be kind of annoying, but at the same time is less grating than when a Persona 4 Golden comes out and Chie's entire character becomes about steak.
Mm-hmm.
It's just like, yeah, it's still got the Fire Emblem problem of character is one note, has one joke, has one personality trait, but overall they're interesting at least. Like, I like that one of them's entire gimmick is just like, I want to be fucking shredded. Hell yeah. I wish they drew you that way.
Sure. All right. Well, I mean, that's good. I mean, I never finished Three Houses, so I'm probably gonna skip this. But I guess it's nice that this came out, and apparently this has been done for like a year and a half. They've just been sitting on it. It's kind of crazy.
It doesn't shock me.
Nintendo's release schedule is very weird these days.
Yeah. Yeah, it kind of is. Like, because what's coming next is like...
Zelda, I think.
Or Pikmin?
No, it's Zelda.
Maybe?
Zelda's coming.
Yeah, okay. Yeah.
Let's see here. We got some updates to some Activision stuff. First off, let me see here. Which studio is this? Proletariat Studio, who made... Okay, they made Spellbreak.
Yeah.
Which...
just shut down, sadly.
Yeah. And they helped make World of Warcraft Dragonflight. So they are, just like a workhorse studio for Activision here. And says here that that one of the members of the union organization committee said that even though the overwhelming majority of his colleagues signed cards in support of unionization, the process took its toll on workers. The CWA claimed that the CEO framed the conversation as a personal betrayal, and just wore down the studio and made it so that their free and fair election for a union is impossible currently because the CEO just like wearing everybody down. Seems very frustrating. They're it seems like they're not going to be able to unionize right now, even though like a lot of other Activision studios are pushing for that and even actively becoming unionized. Just a bummer, just a frustrating bummer there.
Like it sucks, and it like coming from like, I mean, it's the kind of thing where they have an overwhelming support, but because of the CEO like being able to essentially play games with everyone and manipulate them, like through emotional manipulation, like just it fucking sucks.
But then on the other end here, all of Blizzard's games are not going to work in China for the foreseeable future. They had a partnership with NetEase, and Blizzard has backed out of that. They wanted to they wanted to find a new publishing partner for China. Tried to extend their current deal, weren't able to, and so now it seems like they're just going to have to find someone else to start publishing their games in China. This isn't, there's been people online pushing this as oh man, Blizzard kissed China's ass and now China's making sure that they don't get to stay. Like, no, it's not that. No, it is 100%.
Blizzard it is 100% kind of just making a dumb move.
Yeah, it's just Blizzard, trying to do some weird publisher back end shit and not figuring it out.
Yeah, they want more money for themselves, and it fucked them over.
Yeah. Yeah, it's just a mess. They'll figure it out. Someone else will do it. It's not a government thing. It is just business. It is just dumb business bullshit. And one last little bit of nice news. So there hasn't been a Kadabra Pokemon card in 21 years because Uri Geller, the famous illusionist, was. I'm trying to see. He basically sued to keep Kadabra from appearing in cards. Like, I guess he wasn't able to do anything about the Pokemon showing up in games or anything like that. But there hasn't been a Kadabra card in 21 years since November 2000. Because Kadabra has the spoon that it would bend, and its Japanese name is Yungera.
Yeah.
Which is basically Uri Geller.
Yeah.
It's supposed to be just like a fun little pastiche, like a tribute. It wasn't supposed to be making fun of him, but he took it that way for the longest time. But in 2020, I'm pretty sure that we spoke about this earlier.
I think I was on the pod when we talked about it too.
Yeah, he straight up he backed out, and I'll just read this a statement that he gave to PokeBeach, which is like the big US Pokemon TCG site. He said, "Hello, my dear friends. I am pleased Pokemon fans are excited to see Kadabra return to the card game. I want to thank the Pokemon fans who reached out to me over the last few years, including the ones from PokeBeach who kept contacting me. Basically, it was you and my granddaughters that got me to change my mind. Now we can all see Kadabra reunited with the original Pokemon of the card game this summer. I love you all, and I admit, totally open and honest, I was a fool. It was a devastating mistake for me to sue Pokemon. Kadabra was basically a tribute to Uri Geller, but it's back now. Forgive me, I love you all, much love and energy." So yeah, so he sees now that it's a tribute and not like, trying to steal his thunder or you make fun of him. And they're going to have Kadabra cards. The last one was back in Skyridge in 2002. And then since then, the next Abra game, or the next Abra card that they added was one that just skipped straight to Alakazam, so they didn't have to print a Kadabra. Like, it had a move that just let it skip to evolving into Alakazam. And basically since then, like, whenever there would be an Alakazam card, it would just be Alakazam. They would never print Abra because they couldn't print Kadabra, and they didn't want to just continuously give Abra moves that skipped it to evolve to Alakazam. And then, hey, they got, like, they had, like, the Pokemon V and the Pokemon EX and all that, which were basics with, as the final evolution. So, I mean, I'm guessing that's honestly probably a big reason why they invented those, was just to be like, yeah, here's an Alakazam you could just play from your hand. But now they're bringing back lowercase EXs, which actually do evolve from a base Pokemon. So that would mean that, you will be able to play Abra, evolve it into a Kadabra, and evolve it into an Alakazam, like you would always be able to in the past. And they are also they are also reprinting one of the old Kadabra cards in celebration of this, because there's going to be a product called Pokemon Card 151, which will have one card for each of the original 151 Pokemon. So that would mean that they can print a Kadabra to put into that set. So yeah, very 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 nice, very very cool that this was all stamped out. Just really wild that, like, the court sided with Geller, I guess, because it is very much just like a pastiche. It is like a tribute, obviously, but whatever. It is what it is. It's all cleared up now. He sees that it's a tribute, and you can get a Kadabra card.
Awesome. Like, because I know Do you play the trading card game or collect the cards?
I did for a hot minute. I might get back into it, but yeah, I mean, I've just been busy.
Like, it's just kind of cool for people who love those cards that, hey, we can finally actually do the thing with an Abra and Kadabra.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I'm actually surprised it took them this long, but then I realized they aren't Wizards of the Coast that print 10,000 cards a year.
Jeez, yeah. I mean, I still can't get over how like Yu-Gi-Oh just recently hit 10K and Wizards just pumped out 10K last year. But that's
yeah,
that's another thing. I mean, we'll talk about D&D in a little bit. Do you want to talk about another game that you've been playing, perhaps?
Yeah. So hey, guess what? Because we just talked about Pokemon. I've been jumping back into Pokemon Scarlet, especially after our Game of the Year discussion.
Did you wrap it up?
I have not. I am very excited to, but I've been playing alongside my partner who's been playing Violet, and just like it's God, that game is just so like weirdly zen. Like just kind of running around looking for Pokemon instead of like when you're just kind of wanting to chill is nice. Like I don't even like feel rushed to like finish all the story stuff I haven't finished yet. I just kind of enjoy running around the world. Like I was having a relatively stressful day the other day and I just kind of jumped all over the place, and it's the way they built out that game is kind of perfect for me. And
sure,
like I did a couple of star gyms. Well, not gyms, but you know, bases.
Bases, yeah.
Yes, but it's just kind of, I don't know. I like. It's gonna take me forever to actually fully finish that game, because I just kind of enjoy vibing in the world, as like still like hitchy and glitchy as it sometimes is. It's just a lot of fun to explore.
Sure.
I got a shiny Jigglypuff too.
Nice. I'm excited for them to update that game. Like they need to fix a lot of issues, but I'm hoping that soon they have some sort of update about that.
Yeah.
I did that Greninja raid yesterday. Took me one try, thankfully. I used the slow bro technique once again, which is pretty silly. You just use a slow bro, you use iron defense 3 times to get your defense all the way up, so that way they can't hit you. Then you use nasty plot to bump up your special attack a whole bunch, and then you use stored power, and that just knocks it out in one hit. Because stored power gains power based on the amount of boost you have. And so I did that with the Cinderace, and now I did it with the Greninja, and so that's nice. I don't know. I'm sure that next time it'll be a lot harder, because it'll be something that isn't, you know, a physical, like powerful physical attacker. Probably have to think of something new once there's a special attacker. But this seems fine for physical attackers. Maybe not for a dark type. If they add a dark type, that will also be a problem. But you know, it's good to have something to just clear those missions and be able to grind through them a few times to get some items and all that.
Yeah, I gotta dig into more of the raid stuff. I've only done a couple so far, and
I mean, I'd say it's only really worth it once you beat the game. So finish the game and then look into, like, you know, building Pokemon for raids and all that sort of thing.
Yeah, it's definitely in the cards. Like, it feels weird to be like, hey, this is actually a Pokemon game I'm probably going to keep coming back to. Because I just enjoy chilling.
Let's see here. So, I've been gaming. Let's see. I just had the urge to play my SP lately. My GBA SP, I should say. And so I started digging through my games, and I was like, oh yeah, I bought that copy of Final Fantasy Tactics Advanced, like, a really long time ago. And I'm not really a tactics guy, but people are talking about Fire Emblem. I'm thinking about it. I should just play a tactics game that I already have. And yeah, I'm having an okay time with it. I mean, I just feel like I'm realizing more and more how much of not a tactics guy I am, because I did like all the rank 1 missions, and I was like, all right, this seems pretty reasonable, okay. And then I just tried my first rank 2 one, and I'm having a real hard time with it. And I don't really know what I'm doing wrong, and I don't know. I'm sure that someone will look at what I'm doing and just be like, oh, you're being a moron. This is what you should be doing. And I don't know. I don't know how to explain it. I don't know what I should be doing. You know, I don't know. I'm a little
miffed.
I don't know. I just feel like a dummy. I just feel like a real dumbass doing this. That's all I'll say.
No, that's Tactics Advanced. Like, Tactics Advanced had a weird, like, difficulty jump there. Where, like, once you get the thing down, but the level 1 missions don't really teach you much how to play the game.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, if any of y'all have, like, videos or something, please link me, because I would like to see what's going on.
Yeah, I do not think they are good tutorials.
But yeah, that's what I've been playing here and there. I did get the Witch on the Holy Night limited edition physical in the mail yesterday, and I did start that up as well. That is the Type Moon visual novel. It's one of it's a remake of one of the first ones that Nasu wrote. You know, I'm only a chapter in, but man, the production values on that game are incredible. Like, some of the prettiest art I've seen in a VN. It moves so well. The prose is really pretty. I like the characters so far. I can't talk too much about it, like I said, because I just started it. But like, Aoko is a really fun main character. She's like, you know, she's a little pissy, but she's trying her best, and she's just trying to learn to empathize with people a little better and all that. And I like that in a character. Like, I like how dynamic she is. I like her interactions with her roommate Alice, where in one moment they're talking about, oh, we gotta do this test and figure out how to be better mages, and then immediately after that, just being like, okay, we're done talking about magecraft. Let's figure out ordering takeout. And then they have a big argument about takeout. You know, that's just it's cute. It's fun. It's nice to see how human these characters are. Nasu can really write fun characters. I'm looking forward to digging further into that.
Yeah,
but that's all I've been really playing. I'm so busy with fucking work. I don't have any time to do anything else.
Yeah. Like, yeah, that's one of the things about Nasu is, like, God, he's a fantastic writer when he doesn't have to write sex. Like, his overall writing of everything he's done is, like, fantastic.
That I mean, that motherfucker loves to say that pussies look like clams, I guess. I don't fucking know. He's off the goop.
I think there was an interview with him a few years back where he talked about how much he, like, does not like writing that stuff, but, like, had to put it in because that's what visual novels were at the time. So it's like so much of his stuff is hysterical.
Yeah, I mean, you know, only the best writers would talk about a like a quivering meat rod or whatever the fuck. I don't know. He's
oh God,
horrible, but
so
very funny,
terrible.
But no, yeah, I'm enjoying what I'm reading so far, and I do hope that my purchase of this, I hope that me spending this money tipped the scales to bringing Tsukihime over here. Please, yeah. Aniplex, bring this shit over here,
please.
I mean, like, honestly, I bet they will. I'm guessing that they're just waiting for there to be, like, the complete version, because I bet they think, oh, we're not going to be able to sell Piece of the Glass Moon, and then whatever they're gonna call the other routes later, because they got to do like the maids and all that.
Yeah,
those routes. So that's what I'm guessing they're doing. But I just hope that doesn't mean that they're gonna charge like $150 or some shit to buy it. Standard, I mean, because yeah, they're gonna have an expensive special edition. I mean, I'm shocked at how cheap the special edition for this was. It was just $60. And I mean, it came in a nice box. It came with a really, really well done art book, which had like production notes and even like a little short story in there. But the fucking craziest part, I made a video on Twitter about this, is that it also had this little like pamphlet in there, like not like a full on like pamphlet, but it was just like a little folded piece of paper that had like a little bit of art, like a little bit of words on it. It was so weird. I just opened it and I was like, why did you include this? It's so like, it's such thin paper. It's folded up like a little, like, I don't know. It's so weird. Like, if they didn't put that in there, I still would have been like, yeah, no, this is fine. Like a nice box, the game, and an art book for $60. Yeah, no, I would have 100% been happy with that. I don't know why they like printed that little thing out. It's so weird.
Yeah.
Super weird.
I mean, it's one of those things where we want to include as much as we can, even if it's like weirdly pointless.
Let's see here. Okay, speaking of weird things that happened, I guess. D&D has officially backed out of updating their OGL.
Well,
and
yeah,
in the process, well, okay, so they did update some stuff. Like, they kept pretty much everything that was in the original. They updated some parts of their OGL, which is made it more Creative Commons, made D&D a lot easier to access for open sourcedness. But in the process, they made a bunch of their like iconic parts of lore just open source.
Yep.
Like, anyone can now just put beholders and stuff.
Beholders, like, Baldur's Gate, like
the place Baldur's Gate. The character Count Strahd, which I don't really know anything about Count Strahd, but at the very least, like, I just saw a bunch of people being like, yes, I can make Count Strahd as gay as I want now, and it'll be canon. That sort of thing. Like, fucking owl bears are now Creative Commons. Just, I don't know how, like, on purpose this was. It seems like it was an accident.
No,
knowing D&D, it seems like it very much could have been.
No, they made a big deal out of saying, like, their statement was, not only are we keeping the thing the way it is, the only changes we are making is to make more stuff under Creative, like, more of our stuff under Creative Commons.
Mm-hmm.
Like, they felt the pushback. It's like one of the cases where it's like, you know what? As much as bullying sucks when it's being done to a corporation, it fucking works and is deserved, and we should do it always.
Yeah, I mean, the bullying probably helped, but at the same time, it was people talking with their money. It was people canceling their D&D Beyond subscriptions.
I mean, it was the Critical Role people kind of making subtle hints that they wouldn't re-sign with D&D.
Yeah, that too.
And I mean, yeah, it was
a pretty concerted effort, I would say. This was a lot of people working together to take Hasbro down a peg. Very funny though. Very cool at the same time. Like, hey, let's make let's freely make a bunch of beholder plushies.
Yeah. Let's put the amount of stuff, like, it did catch me off guard. as people keep looking into what is Creative Commons now, it's just like, damn.
Big. It's a big shift. It's very surprising.
It's pretty much everything that was introduced before 3.5. Or before D&D 4, really.
And that's a lot of their most iconic stuff.
Yeah. It's a significant chunk of their IP that is just Creative Commons now.
Yeah. Let's see your last bit of news here. So this is kind of just like a big old like state of the layoffs here because it's fucking rough right now. On the video game side, Microsoft has cut 10,000 jobs, which includes Xbox and 343 and the Coalition and all that sort of thing. So that's a lot of people. Bethesda as well. It's a lot. That is a lot. And this basically came at the same time that Microsoft did like a big ol' like Nintendo Direct style showcase, which, to be fair, a lot of cool stuff there. You know, like I mean, not a whole lot. I guess most of it was old. They did reveal that new game High Five Rush by Tango Gameworks, which I will hopefully talk about that in the future because that game does look fucking great.
Yeah, like the first thing I'm doing later tonight is probably digging into that. Because I don't intend on streaming, and that's not a game I feel like is going to work great in a streamer mode. Like, but God, it looks like the music kind of whips, and the fact that, I love the, what's the word I'm thinking of? I love the, like, when an action game, your damage is tied to how well you are on the beat. So, like, Sunset Overdrive fucking ruled. And this feels like another Sunset Overdrive, but even more cartoony.
Yeah. Seems very fun.
Yeah.
But, yeah, they let a lot of people go, so much so that people were there was like rumors going around basically that 343 wasn't going to be making Halo content anymore, pretty much, which it's still a little it seems bizarre. It's just very, very frustrating and up in the air about how everything is going on. I don't know. It's a little hard to say. You know, how things will be affected by all of this. But yeah, that's a lot of people losing their job all at once. Well, not all at once. It's going to take a bit. But geez, yeah, that's a whole lot of people.
And it's it's depressing to come at the same time as like we started that segment going, damn, they released a game that looks really cool. Oh yeah, also they laid off like a ton of people. It's kind of depressing going from one wavelength to another with Microsoft right now.
Yeah. Yeah. But in the game journalism side of things, there were also some layoffs on that regard. The Washington Post shut down their launcher their launcher section, which is just their gaming byline. Pretty sudden, I would say. I mean, I guess Jeff Bezos showed up at the Washington Post last week and was just like, "We're making cuts, people." And Fandom also laid off a couple of folks from Giant Bomb, GameSpot, and Metacritic. Really fucking frustrating. You know, yeah, like Jason A. Straker and Jess O'Brien from Giant Bomb were laid off. And yeah, this honestly, this just from what people have been like trying to put together here, it really does seem like that fandom probably bought like, they bought all this stuff from Red Ventures to get at their wiki sources, because yeah, I bet like fandom is like, fandom is a wiki thing first and foremost. So I bet they saw Giant Bomb's wiki and they were like, ooh, okay, we could use this tech, and then we could just fire all these people that are working there.
Well, yeah, especially with how many things used Giant Bomb's wiki for a long time.
And still does. Like, yeah. Twitch still uses it.
Like, it sucks.
Yeah.
Especially, like, Jason and God.
Like, yeah, Jason's been around for a really long time at Giant Bomb. Like, he was one of the first, like, new hires when, after Ryan passed and they were looking for new folks. Like, it was Dan and Jason. Jason's been around that whole time. And then, like, on the other end, like, they just hired Jess. Like, she was, like, there for a year. And, people were really happy to have her there. Like, it was nice to have like a female voice there. But, like, also, like, again, I should say. And then, like, she just fucking really, like, gives a shit about games and also has, like, a unique opinion on them a lot of the times as well.
Yeah.
So, yeah, it's just a very frustrating thing that's going on there. Bad times, I would say, for Giant Bomb. GameSpot is in the same boat. They said that like 10% of people working for the fandom like sector there have been let go. So, boy oh boy.
Yeah, it just sucks.
Yeah, it definitely seems like it is a bad time for games journalism right now in the grand scheme of things. It seems like something that's not really going to grow. It's just going to shrink.
And
unless something different happens.
You kind of like, I kind of expected something like that with Giant Bomb when the fandom sale happened and Jeff was just gone pretty much. And then all the stuff that came out about Jeff leaving, and it's like, I do not know how much Giant Bomb is going to have left. Even though I'm actually, like, really liking what they've been doing. It just sucks.
So yeah, that's pretty much what's been going on. Lorelai, do you want to wrap this up with talking about your Final Fantasy moments?
Yeah, I'll give the little Final Fantasy XIV update. Like, most of what I've been doing this year is this last week has been poking at the new Ultimate raid that just launched. I've spent 4 hours in there and made it about a minute and 10 seconds into the fight. It is incredibly difficult, but it's also been like fun to watch, like, it reveal like coding problems with the game. Because things that have been problems like stuck in the code since launch are suddenly like taking an effect. Like, you can only have so many buffs active at once. And during one phase of the fight, the boss can give you up to 8 buffs and debuffs. And, well, you're also getting them from the members of your party, and, like, all of your special skills give you things. And all of a sudden, because there's a cap on the amount you can have, you are doing a lot less damage and not able to make DPS checks because your damage increase abilities or healing abilities, you're dying because you can't regen because that's a buff ticking, and you can't have shields because that's considered a buff. It's kind of wild having this little problem that has been in the game but only ever affects, like, up until now, only ever really affected like content when you were doing it with like 30 plus people. which is like 3 dungeons in the game, is like now like affecting everyone, and they're having to relearn how to do specific things so they don't overwrite each other's buffs and they don't hit that cap, so we need to hold here and delay here, and it's just really interesting to watch people work their way around a problem with the game's code that normally doesn't affect anything. It's just kind of really cool to watch people figure out a really fucking hard puzzle that's made even harder by glitches. So it's been a fun week of having Twitch on in the background, watching people die like 300 to 600 times each. Because yeah, that's ultimate rating for you. People going 18 hours a day trying to be the first one to clear, and they will not clear it. They're still not even half done with the fight, probably. They're like 8 minutes in. So, like, the fact that me doing 4 hours, I made it a minute and, like, a little over a minute feels incredible. Like, oh, I'm actually pretty good at this game, even though I'm just dying 112 times in 4 hours. This is really fun. And that's my Final Fantasy update.
All right. And yeah, I guess that'll do it. We do have a question though. I guess we're referencing current events here. Cause yeah, if you want to send in a question, you could have videogamechoochoo.tumblr.com/ask. I sound like Cello Buster here, who asks, "Why are you on the no-fly list?"
Probably because I wore my Giant Bomb shirt to an airport.
I feel like everyone does that. If you're a Giant Bomb fan, that just like happens no matter what. It just like it's never conscious. It just materializes on your body when you're leaving your home to go to the airport.
And only to the airport.
Yeah. Haven't worn that shirt in a while, but it was there on me in line at the airport.
Either that or yelled at a politician on Twitter. Which I haven't done in years, but
I tried to bring too much airport Wendy's onto the plane, and they got very mad at me for spilling my fries everywhere. That's what happened to me.
I accidentally brought 4 ounces of toothpaste instead of 3.
Oh my god, I gotta tell you, one of the saddest moments of my life was having to get rid of my very expensive face wash because it was too big, and I forgot to put it in a container.
I hate that shit so much.
It was a big waste of money. So bummed.
Oh, you have a sealed bottle of water? You can't bring that in.
Nope.
It's water. Now, if it were Perrier, but we don't allow that Dasani crap here.
I mean, they shouldn't allow Dasani.
Good point.
Yeah. All right. Well, that's that. Thank you for being on, Lorelai.
Yeah.
And thank you all for listening. If you want to support us, you can go to our website, videogamechoochoo.com. You can follow us on Twitter at VGCC. You can follow us on Tumblr, videogamechoochoo.tumblr.com. And if you put a /ask at the end of that, you can send in a question to be answered on the show. We have a Facebook page, facebook.com/videogamechoochoo. We have a YouTube page, youtube.com/videogamechoochoo. We have Twitch, twitch.tv/VGCC. Please subscribe to that, because we're probably going to be doing more streams soon. That's going to be fun. That's going to be exciting.
Oh, yeah.
Patreon.com/VGCC. You can donate $3 a month, and you'll gain access to Unlimited Railworks, our anime podcast, a whole week early. Plus, whatever other goodies that we release. A lot of that's just going to be up there for good. We're putting stuff behind locks now because we need the money. That's how it goes. And you can come to our Discord server, thegamezone.zone. You type that into your web browser and it'll bring you straight there. Come hang out with us whenever you like. Thank you to Melt.Channel/Magic Circuit for our theme song Crush off of the album Magic is Real. If you want to listen to their stuff, it's meltchannel.bandcamp.com or magic-circuit.bandcamp.com. Weekend Friday's coming up, folks. Get ready to spend that money. Lorelai, where can people find you?
You can find me on both Twitter and Twitch at Judgment Scythe, where I stream a few times a week and tweet out a whole lot of random garbage.
You can find me at JOHN_MICHONSKI. And I'm just, gonna be posting. And that'll do it. We will be back next week with another episode of the Video Game Choo Choo Podcast. Thank you so much for listening. So long.